I almost made it to level 3.
Do it. Do your thing.
Nerd news! Gamers are pissed over the additional price of downloadable content that is included on the original game discs. Basically, you buy a game and you think you're getting the whole game, but now they're putting downloadable content in so that you can, once you play the game, you want more, you want the rest of the game, and so you call in and you pay for the code. So you pay extra, as if video games aren't expensive enough. And with the release of Kingdoms of Amalur, Kurt Schillings, the head of 38 Studios, that's the handsome devil right there, responds to the gamer outrage, stating, "This is not 38 Studios trying to make more out of your money. Companies are still trying to figure out how to receive dollars spent on games they make when they are bought. Is that wrong?" Yeah, it's wrong. Let me explain something to you. When you sell someone something and they buy it, it's their property. When you then are saying, hey, do you want to use all of that property? Because I can give you access to the rest of your property for a small fee. That's illegal. The iPhone went through this when they said that you couldn't hack the iPhone after you bought it. Yeah, you can. Because once you buy something, it's your property, and you can do whatever the F you want with it. So that's basically like selling someone a house saying it comes with a pool and a yard, and then you buy the house and they're like, oh, did you want access to that pool in the yard? You know what? You're going to have to pay extra money for the key to it. Totally illegal, totally wrong. That's what's wrong with it. That's why I'm pissed. Just make a better game so that people want to play more of it and then sell the downloadable content separately. Woo! That's it. I'm done.
Girl! Preach on!
It's really annoying. They're just trying to make more money off of you.
Yes, ma'am!
Don't worry, Eliza. This marks the beginning of the downfall of video games.
What?
So you'll never have to hear this again.
There will be video games. I didn't hear a word of that story, but I did something really funny with the graphic. The guy sounds like a dick face.
But he's super hot.
Ew, was he?
No.
Ew. Ooh, no. He's like the kind of guy at a bar where you're like, ugh, you're not hot. And he's like, can I buy you a drink? You're like, I guess while I wait for someone hotter. That was such a horrible thing to say.
Never done that, but
me neither.
That information.
Me neither. No one buys me drinks.
That information was courtesy of slashdot.org.
Go small my mouth gets.
Make a face.
Oh, I don't even need the effects thing on iPhoto. I can just indent my own face. All right, it's time to get to the part of the show where we discuss the lesser of two evils, and today is a doozy. It's time for Who Should Be Shot? Who should be shot? Okay, I'm gonna get all Larry King on you for a second. Well, that's not a good idea. Most of our Who Should Be Shots come down to really asking who should be shot, the supplier or the demander. And as a non-registered hybrid indie Republican libertarian, or indie publican libertarian, mostly publican, I'm a firm believer that you are responsible for you. It's no one's fault but yours if you get fat from consuming garbage. It's your job to make yourself happy, not society's job, and it's not our government's job to make you happy. It's their job to make sure nobody interferes with your right to happiness. Anyway, our Who Should Be Shot comes to us from the annals of my blog, That's My Nightmare. Go to www.that'smynightmare.com to read more about this. But this week, I got really fired up about chocolate fountains. So the question is, who should be shot? The eaters of these or the makers? I hate chocolate fountains. I think nothing represents disgusting decadence and self-indulgence more than a bubbling fountain of fat. And you can dip shit in it. You're like, oh. And then when you run out of good stuff like cake, you're like, how about tomatoes? I'll get creative. I'll go all chocolat on it. Oh, and I'll put my hand in. And then you start dropping things in there. And before you know it, there's cheese, there's children's toys, there's like a fake arm. And it's just so gross. The idea of people lining up to experience, oh, it's so interactive. Oh, it's cascading. I just think they're gross. So I think people that get in line for chocolate fountains should be shot. Never the supplier, always the demander. Alexis?
I want to say in the chat rooms, Alphabot says, shoot Kurt Schillings. Thank you for listening to that story.
Kurt Schillings, I hate him. He's a bad man.
Oh, look, they're on your side now. So I actually think it's disgusting how everyone reacts around any kind of free food, having been a caterer for a really long time.
Wait, the Blaine IAC says it's a diarrhea fountain. Thank you for that. Go back. I'm sorry.
It's definitely not pretty. I think it's funny that chocolate is the only thing you can make a fountain out of, and people are okay with it.
I have found a
JPEG. You can never
JPEG.
make a queso fountain.
First of all, I don't think it would move fast enough. I have found a JPEG. Somebody made a ketchup fountain, but that just looks like blood. And then you could do a gravy fountain, but that would look even more disgusting.
Yeah, that would look really gross.
You could have it at like the Adult Video Awards, and girls could just get under it like, fountain, I hate my dad.
Did they do a gravy fountain?
Well, they don't eat. I was just kidding.
Oh.
I'm saying they could.
Oh.
Anyways, whose side are you on? Not that I care.
I don't know. The demander. I'll take that side.
You want to shoot the demander?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't really care.
You should care. This is who should be shot, and we need to dole out justice.
Well, to be honest, it's against a fountain. It's not even against like people.
I mean, I guess the underlying statement / question is that, you know, who should be shot? The people that are doing it to themselves or the people that are allowing it? Like the cigarette companies or the smokers. And it's like you market it to people, you brainwash people. So a chocolate fountain is really the lesser of all those evils. It's not killing people.
You're saying what it represents is the issue.
But I don't want to get too heavy-handed with it, so I just want to talk about how gross I think chocolate fountains are, and how I think it's weird that people are like, oh, let's go to Golden Corral, they have a chocolate fountain. And then the stuff that they provide you with, like in my life, I've never wanted to have a chocolate-covered grape. That's gross.
Can we just shoot the first person that had the chocolate fountain? Because one douchebag wanted one day, and then everyone at his wedding saw, and now if your wedding doesn't have it, you don't have as good of a wedding because you don't have a chocolate fountain. So I would just shoot the first person.
See, but I don't even think you should. I think those are tacky. It's like, I didn't have a chocolate fountain at my wedding. Like, yeah. Why? So your guests could get as fat as possible? Like, it's about your wedding. People get way too into dessert buffets. You have enough food. It's fine. Some people in North Korea don't even have socks. I thought for sure you were going to talk.
No. I just think too much stuff is gross. I think anytime you overuse something, it's gross.
Leila Morgan's like, the people in those Golden Corral commercials are losing their shit over chocolate. It's true, and there's that creepy pedophile guy that they clearly cast at like the last second because their actor didn't show up, and he's like, I love chocolate. Always had, ever since I was a kid. So
were you just male masturbating?
I hope he's not on your commercial break show next, because I'd feel really bad.
Queso du Fromage says, you know what I put in a chocolate fountain? A straw. He loves them.
Ugh, I hate chocolate. I think that's where this stems from. All
How
right.
do you hate chocolate?
I don't like chocolate.
That's not true at all.
Yes, it is.
You're constantly trying to give me chocolate. I hate chocolate.
Right. So if I liked it, why would I be giving it to you?
She's got you there.
Oh, cover up your ears. Keep the sound reasoning out. I prefer like sour candies, fruity candies, chocolate. I hate the way women get over chocolate. That and like cheesecake. Oh, is that chocolate? They can't control themselves. There are women that are like, just don't talk to me until I've had my chocolate. Oh, I live and learn. I'm not into it. I live alone too.
Can we cut back to that picture of her trying to down the creamer?
I wasn't. I was trying to get into it from the outside.
Okay.
I mean, who drinks from the side of a bottle?
Like an animal.
I was sick.
You're like that all the time.
I was sick and nobody was coming over, and I asked several people, and no one would visit me. I even tried telling people that I needed things, even though I didn't.
I don't recall getting a call or anything like that. I don't
Me
remember
neither.
you calling me.
I didn't want you
or
bringing
anything
your
like that.
weird vegan germs over to my house.
I don't have weird vegan. I'm not a vegan. I
Look
just
at
don't.
you.
I eat a lot of meat. That's all. I eat less meat than most people.
Ew, you heard it first. Brian eats meat. Eats a lot of meat.
Less meat than most people.
Speaking of things you need, I need this is the segment of the show.
Dateline. Oh.
They need this.
Need this.
Okay. I need this is a segment of the show where Alexis and I tell you about products that you need, but you really don't need. It's really devolved into a show, part of the show where we make fun of stuff that we don't need. Alexis, could she go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Can she? Do it.
My I Need This is a skin rejuvenator from Hamacher. And picture, please. Okay, so when I think of geeks, I think of Star Wars.
I'm in the middle of fixing. Go back.
I think of Star Wars, and I think of acne. Sorry, nerds. But I think that this is the perfect product. It's got like all these LED lights that NASA tested, and it makes your skin look softer, and it has less wrinkles and less blemishes.
The laser.
And it increases the elastin cell production in your face. So everybody needs to look younger, and I mean, I'm not saying you need to look younger, but everybody wants to look their best. Everyone wants to have fewer pimples. I think this is awesome.
Okay.
I need this.com.
How much is that?
Oh, it's $400.
Oh,
but
really?
there are a lot of skin products out there that are at least $400, and they don't work. And this shit was tested by NASA. I rest my case.
Was it really? Like,
Yes.
that's what we're spending our money on?
Well, I mean, there's no space launches anymore, so they got to do something.
Why is that? Is it because we never went?
Yeah, and we couldn't get they couldn't get the funding, so they're working on stuff like this.
Do you actually want to know why? Do you actually want to know the reason?
Oh yeah, let's
hear
do
it.
They literally did it because they've been using the shuttle technology for so long, and it wasn't supposed to be used for that long. So they're like, we're going to give a definitive end to the shuttle program, which can only do so much stuff. And so we are forced to work on the next form of technology to get us out into space, to force the evolution of space travel. That's why they've eliminated the shuttle program.
Well, as you all know, the first step in that technology is making sure that girls have flawless skin. So astronauts want to sleep with them.
Yes.
Mine is a timeless classic from the Sky Mall catalog. You know the Sky Mall catalog, the thing that you read when you've already read. The teleprompter is not. I don't know who's working it, but they need to be fired. Mine, I meant that. Mine is a timeless classic from the Sky Mall. You remember the Sky Mall catalog, the thing that you read when you've already read the airline magazine and safety card and your iPod batteries run out? Well, the Sky Mall catalog, the catalog that brings you things like Harry Potter artifacts, and they make it easy for your pet to put on pants and helps hoarders clutter their homes faster with junk like this. Mine is not that, actually. It is the Relax and Nap pillow, otherwise known as the "Oh my God, who murdered my wife" pillow. What is that? Such a good sleep, you'll never wake up. Nobody needs that. I mean, I understand, like, you want to help your neck, but like, that's creepy looking. I saw that picture years ago. My first thought was, oh my God, someone beat this woman and wanted to minimize bruising.
I think it's awesome, actually, because when certain people give me a massage, my neck gets all cramped because it's like right in the pillow. So that's kind of perfect that your head goes through and it's for massages.
You'd be so freaked out if you walked in and your wife was laying on that. No one sleeps face down, like you sleep with your face like that. If you walked in, you didn't know they had that pillow. Like, you would just think someone's dead. Her hair's even parted like a dead person's. Like, it looks like she's floating in a pool. Like, that's the, like, ugh, I do not like that. Alexis also had something. She has an addendum to the I Need This.
I do. Okay, this is called I Don't Need This and Nobody Does. This is, picture please, a robot baby.
Ew.
It is a robot that mimics babies. And if you watch the video online, it's like, it stretches and like, it acts just like a baby without the skin. And let's be honest, the only cute thing about babies is that they kind of look like someone you know. And if you're a parent, that someone is you, hopefully. But this robot doesn't even have skin. It's just, isn't the point of making like a human robot so they can clean your house? My Roomba hardly even works. Why are we working on this technology?
Ew, what if your Roomba was the first of all robots to get skin?
Gross.
You know what we need to do is put that baby through the sausage grinder. Grand old dance party!
Box get wet, box get wet. Put a stripper on that woofer, watch the box get wet. Box get wet, box get wet. Put a stripper on that woofer, watch the box get wet. Box get wet, box get wet. Put a stripper on that woofer, watch the box get wet. Box get wet, box get wet.
Lance, you did a great job. Special thanks to Notebook Noise for that track, Box Track. I listened to the words. It's about a vagina.
Box get wet, box get wet. I forget the rest.
Oh yeah, and then boss get wet.
Our friend Notebook Noise follows me on Twitter. Nice guy. I think it's a guy. Notebook Noise doesn't have a gender. And they sent their music over, and you can too. Send it to us here at the. What's the address we send it to?
I think they've been sending it to you. Where'd you
sending it to
Where'd
Chloe.
you get all of them? Oh, okay. Well, you can go to interact@thestream.tv. We'll check there.
Send us your music, or you can tweet it to me, or you tweet it to me. We'll figure it out. Send us your music, and we'll dance to it. I did promise you last week that I would show you how I can go hard with one cheek, but I don't think my pants are loose enough. Want to give it a shot?
Oh,
What?
great. Let's do it. I was just going to
give it
say
a
something
shot.
for a chat room.
Can you see my butt? Down here? We need music!
Box get wet, box get wet. Put a
Right
stripper
there.
on that woofer, watch
But I
the
need to-
box
I
get
need to
wet.
sit.
Box get wet, box get wet. Put a stripper on that woofer, watch the box get wet. Box get
One
wet,
cheek!
box get
One
wet.
cheek!
Put a stripper on that woofer, watch the box
One
get
cheek!
wet. Box get wet, box get wet.
Oh, it's so dark you can't even see it.
Pays Yuri for Life says, that's pretty much the best Alexis has ever danced. I wasn't
was-
dancing, it was just my dog.
Oh, if by Alexis
I
you
love
mean
that.
me, then thank you. Was that too dark for anyone to make out the one
No,
cheek?
like Angel Droid is saying, do it, and dang. And
Do it, and please stop. And what chat room is this?
And this is my first time live.
By the time I faded out the text box, I don't know I don't know if you were shaking it quite as much. That's all. That's all.
I can't do it again, then that's just too much. I'm sorry.
We'll do it again next week then.
Oh, great. When we come back, Wolf Corner, Acting Corner, and Pub of the Week.